products that we've already mentioned, like the Kindle and Intel's Reader. Easy to hear. I don't have it with me, but we've all got these Bluetooth earpieces because it's illegal to drive and talk at the same time. Of course, for some of it's illegal to walk and chew gum at the same time. But holding a handheld phone is getting to be a real challenge. Being able to read a street sign is getting to be a real challenge. So, having a Bluetooth device is nice. The Sound Design SD400 actually comes with an external microphone available. So if you're in the back of a room like this, you can clip this thing on, leave your Bluetooth on, and it will amplify the sound without needing a hearing aid across the board, just for that little bit of extra help. And easy to use. The Jitterbug is really a great example of this. Reading problems, hearing problems, dexterity problems, it responds to the whole line. So we know that we can do this, and we can make money with it. So our panelist, David Innes, there's a little picture of the Jitterbug. And this is a little description. Tell me if this is accurate.
Oh, that's accurate.
Okay. Jeff, who's the CEO of MYGAIT, and this is really the approachable PC for seniors. He's been very successful in getting this into assisted living communities because he's got control of the software, the hardware, service, support. It's as close to being a no-brainer as you can get, yeah?
That's very accurate.
Okay. And there's a little iconic Go computer from MYGAIT. And last but not least, certainly we've got Jake Sigal from Myine. And he's got his new Abbey radio. How many of you love listening to disc jockeys? Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's because you're in the wrong demographic, guy. How many of you love listening to commercials? Oh, okay. Well, you're going to like his Abbey. So let me start off by asking each one of these guys, what was important to you? Why did you get into this business of trying to design for an audience that is clearly not your demographic?
I'll start. Clearly, it was the vision of our founders at Jitterbug, Arlene Harris and Martin Cooper, who is actually the inventor of the cell phone, who really came up with the original vision of addressing this space. I think one of the things that you didn't touch on, Gary, that I think has been key to our vision all along is really the integration of service into the experience. I think that's something that really needs to be addressed whenever you're talking about either boomers or seniors, is connectivity to the device and service that is leveraging that connectivity is key, so that we don't have to send ridiculous emails like you got there, that there is the ability to take over the device and actually fix it for the person remotely, or to do
your slides?
I don't have slides.
You don't have slides? Oh.
No, I didn't do slides.
Well,
as you can see, we've practiced this several times.
We got a slide.
Smooth, very smooth. Anyway, so that was is a really important element, I think, of anyone who's thinking about this space. Is one common theme you'll see here is all these products are connected and have that ability to actually connect to their device over either the internet or wirelessly, and I think that's a really important aspect that is going to be part of designing for simplicity and making sure that the service element is really coming through in the entire experience.
How did I come up with a PC for seniors when I was in my 20s? We bought my grandmother a computer to try to communicate back and forth with her grandchildren, and then 2 years later we bought her another one. After that one had spammed out, or AOL had gone out, and then 2 years later we bought the iMac, and what we realized was, in 2 years later she just was done emailing. So what I realized was maybe there was a market here for people who, a market for this demographic, people who want to participate in all the communicative forms that all of us, probably sitting in this room, use a computer for. But they just didn't want the hassle. So just as David said here, the key to our experience and the key to our product is hardware. There's a lot of people that can sell hardware, that are selling hardware up and down the hallways here. But we took hardware and we just modified it slightly. We have a large letter keyboard. It makes sense. It's easier to see. I, at the age of 34, use a large letter keyboard now. We use a trackball mouse. Why? Because from 2000 on, when we went into senior communities, which was our original client base, now with the Go PC that we've powered, that we partnered with First Street to launch, we're in the consumer market. But when we were in that market, the trackball was easier to use. Manual dexterity, didn't have to run it all over the place, all over the screen. Here's some slides. But why don't you just flip to the last slide, Gary?
Okay.
Second, keep going. Keep going. We know all these answers. Keep going. You stop right here.
Thank you.
So we modified hardware. Then we built a user interface. We built a user interface that just masks over any operating system. The user interface is simple. It's not technologically genius. It backlights where the cursor is, so you always know where the cursor is. You have the ability to zoom right on top of the screen. You don't have to go through a control panel. You don't have to go through Word. It's a web app. There's no double clicking necessary. These are all things that we just put together over the years. So then you take that user interface, but then the third and most important part of this is service and support. Anybody that buys our PC, and most companies I don't want to stereotype most companies that are at this at the CES, but the majority of people wouldn't say, we want everybody that we sell a computer to or a phone to or a radio to, we want them to call us. But that's what we want people to do at MYGAIT. We want them to call us. We want them to engage with us. We want them to know that we are their support. So if they have a problem with their PC, our customer support can fix it over the phone. We can ask permission to remote in. Because everything operates from the cloud, we can re-image that PC remotely and in 8 minutes rebuild it from ground up. If the PC goes down, if it doesn't work, we simply mail them a new one. They mail that one back to us. So they basically, we're not saying that this is somebody's first computer. In all likelihood, the majority of people that are buying our PC, it is not their first computer, but we want it to be their last. So those are the three key elements. We combine the hardware, we take the user interface with the software, and then that service and support component. And we teach our customer service people. 50% of our calls are all about customer support, and 50% of them are, oh, you want to go in there and see the picture of my grandson who's in Iraq? Or they want to tell us about the weather in Portland, Oregon. Or they want to ask about a football game. It's okay to just be a friendly voice on that phone. So that's kind of MYGAIT and where we are. We'll turn it over.
Jake?
Thanks. So I guess I'm the 28-year-old kid the guy earlier was talking about that doesn't know anything. Yeah, I didn't really like that all that much. I started this for my boomer parents, and my boomer parents will be here later today. They're a little delayed coming out from Columbus. And my mom and dad love music. When I used to come home from college, I'd sometimes find them dancing in the living room to classic rock, and they're all over music. I mean, that's my parents. And what we've done for them is created a music system that has the latest technology without all the hassles that come associated with having, MP3 purchases, dealing with the differences of different types of audio codecs. And what I want to